Hello Canterbury, it is Thursday the 7th of August and welcome to Canterbury Live. Well, my day has been made and my week. I'd like to have a big thank you to the Isaac family. Yesterday, leaving the studio, I had these beautiful daffodils delivered to me, and it was from the Isaac family to say that they could see that I was a little bit under the weather and hope that I'm feeling better, and I think that is the most beautiful and kind gesture. So thank you to the Isaac family. It's very, very lovely, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. It's all for you. Not that I'm favouring you or anything like that. Well, coming up on today's show, we meet some young scholars from Lincoln University, and we find out about different methods to free neck pain, which is great. I think we all have suffered that from some time to time. But now I'm joined by our spiritual advisor. It is Phyllis Brown. Welcome, Phyllis.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, no. I'm really looking forward to talking about today. We're actually touching on about guides in our lives, our spiritual guides. Explain it to us exactly. What is divine guidance?
Our divine guidance, I think everyone at some point in their life send a thought or a pang or a wish or a prayer up to go, please, would somebody help me? Or is there anybody out there? And so we have just a concept that there's something, a divine energy out there listening to our thoughts and our prayers. Now that could be from God himself, your angels, or to a loved one who's passed over. And we all, as I say, we get to that situation where we think, oh gee, I can't think straight. Please just send me a sign, send me a symbol, keep me on the right path. So divine guidance is all around us really. Our thoughts and our prayers are heard and they're answered by those around us that are listening.
So what or who are our guides in particular then? You've given a couple of examples, but I mean...
Yeah, I think, Andrea, it's really what people prefer to believe in. So for some people it is absolutely about being supported by God, the absolute ultimate creative energy. I think for a lot of people, though, we like to feel that our loved ones, although they've passed over into spirit, that they're still there and that they're still around, because we get a comfort from sending a thought or a prayer out to our grandmother or our mother. It helps us with our grieving process as well. We like to think that although they may not be here in the material world, that they're still watching us in that spiritual world. And I know for myself, having lost my father at such a young age, I mean, it was a long, long time before I really became aware of his energy. I knew what he felt like. I was in my 30s, so I lost him at the age of 4, and it wasn't until I was in my 30s that I really had a sense that he was in and around me. And it's really lovely to think that if you have those big events, that they're there. So for me, as a young woman, you know, I didn't have my father to walk me down the aisle. And he wasn't there to see, you know, his first grandchild from our side of the family. But I would hope that he was there anyway, in spirit, in thought, in just essence, that he was there. And so people take comfort in that, because we do get a bit bogged down sometimes. We want to just let it out there and let it go and go, oh, please help us. Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. So what is the purpose of our guides?
Well, our guides are twofold. We do have our spiritual guides, and our spiritual guides just maybe our guardian angels, our angels, and they'll help us keep developing spiritually. So when we have our thoughts that go round and round and round, and we've got these lessons or these challenges that come into our lives, then our spiritual guides will help us find a path through that. So when we've got choices to make, do we take the left turn or the right turn? We can ask our spiritual guide, well, send me a sign or a symbol, and there might be a chance conversation or something that might just go, that's definitely the right thing. So our spiritual essence or awareness is constantly growing, and we grow confident that we are making the right decisions. And then we have our guides, the likes of our dearly departed, who we just want to share. We want them to see what we're doing, and we want them to be proud of us still. And we still want to be loved by them, or we want to show that we still love them. So we might get a sense of comfort from them rather than a spiritual growth from them. So there's, to me, in my understanding, that's how I see it. I see that we have our spiritual guides and we have those that comfort us in our times of need.
Are they with us from birth?
They are indeed. I have a real belief in that, and certainly with my son, he's very clairvoyant. He probably absolutely hate me saying this live on television. He is very clairvoyant. And at a young age, especially when he was at the bath time, and he'd be off talking to this empty space, which the bathroom door was open. And I'd say, well, who are you talking to? I said, I'm just talking to that man in the door. So he was only about 3 at the time. So we have obviously our guardian angels are right there from birth right through to death. And so I think that if your children are talking to imaginary friends, are they imaginary or are they members of the family who are just supporting them, watching them on a day-to-day basis?
So we shouldn't make fun of them or...
Well, I never did.
No.
I just always really encouraged that. And I think the most stark process for Nathan was when he came home one day and said there was a boy sitting at my desk. And I said, oh, fantastic, is it a new boy? What was his name? He went, no, it's not that kind of boy, Mum. So, of course, I then got really excited. I said, oh, well, what was he wearing? And was he clean? Or was he dirty? Was he of this age or a different age? He was old-fashioned, Mum, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So, so he can see. So, our children can see. They don't have a limited mind. No. We only limit the mind when we say, don't be so silly, of course there's nothing there. So then the brain goes, oh, yeah, of course there's nothing there.
Isn't that true, though? Children's innocence. Do our guides change?
Your guides do, especially in a spiritual sense. So as we evolve spiritually, so if people maybe start going into meditation mode, or they start maybe looking into Reiki as a way forward, or they go into hypnotherapy, or any sort of complementary therapy, then your spiritual guides will evolve as you evolve, because your knowledge or your connection to a different way of thinking, a conscious awareness, will just keep growing. And so your spirit guides will grow with you. So out with the old and in with a new guide. And for some people, that's a really physical thing. They really feel a physical change in their vibration. For other people, they think they send their thoughts up and there's nobody home. So they just have to go even higher with their thoughts, just send their thoughts even higher, and suddenly they feel more connected. So again, that's a change, a shift in vibration.
So we should be listening to that voice.
Yeah,
that inner voice. Okay, what is the thought of the week then, Phyllis?
The thought of the week, to go with our thoughts, is your reality is what you think it to be. So our thoughts are really strong this week. I don't know if it's the moon coming in. So you think your reality. If you're going to have a great day, you'll have a great day. So think on that positive thoughts.
That's a great way to end. Thank you, Phyllis. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Thank you.
Wonderful. You heard that here. Well, after the break, we meet Valerie Wyckoff and we're talking about neck pain.
Take a multi-dimensional look at the unique facets of European culture, fashion, film, music, art, and everything in between. Euromax, every weekday at 8 AM, right here on CTV.
Potholes. To some, a simple hole in the ground, causing no harm and no concern. But don't let that fool you. Potholes are dangerous. Did you know potholes have been linked to numerous nasty falls and flat tires? So if you have a pothole situation on your property, don't panic. Call the Pothole Repair Company. They'll fix your potholes in a jiffy. So next time you see a pothole on your driveway or in your car park, call the Pothole Repair Company.
My son's helped me greatly with my independence now that I've got more mobility.
Mum, I've been looking into stand assist chairs from More Mobility. They recline back with a footrest. Then when you want to get out of them, they stand you up. You can even sleep on them. More Mobility can bring one out for a free trial. There's even electric beds too. What do you think? For more range and more expert advice, see More Mobility, corner Clarence and Princess Streets off Blenheim Road.
What a difference more mobility makes.
Located at the foot of the Port Hills, Berrymead Golf offers a spectacular location for any occasion. Make a dream wedding a reality with private use of our green function room, outdoor garden courtyard, large marquee and stunning gazebo. Or for your next conference, enjoy the relaxed atmosphere of Berrymead Golf, offering a private, spacious conference room with special deals to make any break a true break. All with customised catering from the Wow Cafe. Ferrymead Golf, 50 Ferrymead Park Drive, right next to the Ferrymead Heritage Park.
Let's face it, everyone has an agenda. And guess what? So do I. Every week, I'll pick 3 stories that grab my attention. Agenda with me, Brent Goff.
I think think at some point in all our lives we've suffered from some form of pain, and in particular the neck, and I'm very fortunate to be joined by Valerie Wyckoff. Valerie, welcome to Canterbury Live. Very excited. Neck pain can be something we can maybe become conditioned to or accept.
Indeed. People often get used to the pain and having to move through it to do their daily activities. And sometimes I find that people who have some kind of immobility problem with the neck don't actually notice their pain until they start to move with a little bit more care. And then they become really motivated to do something about it.
Well, let's talk about the 3 keys to free your neck. It sounds really simple, is it?
The 3 keys to free your neck is the title of a free presentation in an interactive experience that's going to be happening next week. And I particularly wanted to offer this as it's such a challenging area for people. The problems people have with their neck affect almost every facet of their life. You know, the pain is the one that's most obvious to people. Pain in your neck can really prevent you from sleeping, and I know that from my own experience because once upon a time in my life I wore a neck brace at night just really due to the stress and postural tension that built up in the day and was really affecting my life.
My goodness.
And actually it was part of the search that led me to this work that I do now as a movement re-education specialist.
Right, so that was the key for you to get involved, was your own pain.
It was.
Great. And so is there a need for awareness growing because of technology? Because now we have technology everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, terms like text neck and computer visual strain are things we come across. And, you know, somebody with their phone or laptop screens in particular with the head often gazing in this direction just means there's such a strain on the muscles of the back balancing this huge weight of the head that it wasn't really made for, you know, for centuries man has been upright. And,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what can we expect from going to one of your classes then?
Well, I do run regular classes. They vary quite a bit because I want to give people a broad experience of how their movement can improve. For instance, in the next few weeks, I'm running a series of classes called Spine and Shoulders, Supple and Strong. Because I think we're often used to spine and shoulders being stiff or sore, and it really is possible to free the movement so that we can regain our fuller function.
Yeah. So when we come along, talk me through it. So we arrive at the venue, and like next week we have a session happening at St Mark's Presbyterian Church. So we arrive there. What meets us or greets us first when we walk in the door?
Well, you'll find my friend Carol there ready to greet you, and it's going to start with a bit of a background to the conditions that we have and how I got into the work. And then I'll be introducing people to a very unique approach, which is called the Feldenkrais method. And Feldenkrais method is very different from conventional exercise. It's not repetition and doing movements for the sake of doing movements, but rather moving with the kind of awareness that helps us to detect when we're getting into maybe a habitual movement that's actually painful, so that we can begin to move in other ways that really serve us better and allow us to regain movements that we might have given up on.
So we will be given actual exercises to take away with us then?
Well, no, not exactly that. I'll be introducing the process, and people may find that as a result of the evening their movement is improved.
Oh, right.
But I hope that will just be a taste for them to want to look into this further. I also do work with people on a one-on-one basis to really personalize sessions, and there's lots of different opportunities for exploring this method further.
Valerie, it must be so rewarding when you see people are free of the pain that they've actually been taking around with them for weeks, months, or even years.
Absolutely, and people sometimes get so cranky with their pain. You know, it's not by accident we say that person's a pain in the neck, because because that is a really uncomfortable position. But no, people say, you gave me my life back. And if somebody can sit down to the piano and play for the hours they like, rather than to feel tense and tired and exhausted and stiff after playing, then that's a very happy woman.
There's something not right. Okay, what's the first step that we should take now? We've listened to you and thought, well, I have had this pain, and it's like, that's just who I am.
Well, I would encourage people to give me a phone call or look on my website, ValerieWyckoff.com, and we can discuss what the best step is for you. Please come to the free evening if you can on Tuesday the 12th. That's at St. Mark's, Avonhead.
Yeah, excellent.
And I'm also repeating the presentation in Ilam on Thursday morning, the 14th.
Wonderful.
So that's a really good next step. And
thank you so much, Valerie. I think that's wonderful, and that you could have just inspired someone to actually do something about that pain in their neck. Now, stay with us. After the break, I meet some fantastic scholars from Lincoln University.
Al Jazeera News, international news right off the satellite, bringing you up-to-the-minute coverage of world events. Al Jazeera News, weekday mornings at 6 o'clock, right here on CTV.
Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to Stay Well Pharmacy. Whatever the season, Stay Well Pharmacy has you covered. As an integrated pharmacy, we stock all the well-known pharmacy medicines, as well as quality nutritional and herbal treatments. Our team of pharmacists and full-time naturopath are here to help you find the products and advice to suit the needs of you and your family. So come in and see us at Stay Well Pharmacy, 27 Shands Road in Hornby. Stay Well Pharmacy, live well, stay well.
Missed a show or want to watch it again? CTV is fitting in with your lifestyle. Be in control with CTV On Demand. Check out our website and follow the links, ctv.co.nz.
Undergone home renovations? Looking for that special something to complete a room? Look no further than the Hitching Post. Their extensive range ensures you can find that special something. From plasma cut metalwork, to candles, artwork, weather vanes, or even a customised gate. So come on down to the Hitching Post, 722 Marshland Road.
There's a general election in September. If you didn't get your enrolment update pack, then you're not enrolled to vote. To get an enrolment form, go to elections.org.nz or free text your name and address to 3676.
Arts 21 showcases the vast creative talent and minds that are making a name for themselves in Europe and beyond. Think outside the square with Arts 21.
Very exciting that we're, of course, election year and we've got future leaders and so forth, but it's wonderful to have three females on the couch, three lovely ladies from Lincoln University. Welcome, ladies, to Canterbury Live. I'm joined by Nicole, Brigitte, got that right, didn't I? And Katie. Thank you so much for making the effort to come in today. Are you full into study at the moment, or have you bunked class to come here, or?
Well, this is sort of taking up our time.
Well, hello. I think it's a pretty good excuse, and I tell you what, your lecturer can probably see where you've been up to. You're not down at the Lincoln Pub or anything like that. Hey, let's talk about Future Leaders. What is it all about?
Right. Well, the Future Leader Scholarship is offered to high school leavers, and actually they're extending it out now. But yeah, so it's offered to people who demonstrate academic and leadership skills coming out of high school. And they take you on at Lincoln, and they develop you further. They provide you with opportunities to do leadership activities, so you get involved in your community, on campus, and then once a year we do this big event where we fundraise for a charity, which is why we're here today. So
exactly.
All character development kind of
Very
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Brigitte, what high school did you come from?
I went to Chiltern St James School in Lower Hutt. So
Lower Hutt?
I did.
Yes, now down in the Canterbury area, that's pretty cool. So let's talk about the event then. Can you explain to us about the event? What are we in for this weekend?
So it's called Birdies for Bridie, and it's a gumboot golf day. Basically, it's golf with a twist, if you like. It's probably the best way to describe it. People think we're hitting golf balls with gumboots, but it's not quite that. It's a interactive course that we've designed ourselves. You play it in teams of 4. It's we've had some of our landscape architecture scholars design the course, so each course is themed around There's a bit of a farming theme going on. Golf, we've got hay bales, we've got
the whole range of things.
Duck decoys, and it's basically just a fun day out to support a good cause.
Cool. Katie, have you tried out the course yet?
No, not yet. We're at the moment of setting up the course, so we've been carting a lot of hay bales from up from Ashburton and things. So we'll be busy over the weekend.
You will be.
Yeah.
So, Katie, why was the event organised then?
Well, so basically, as part of the scholarship, we have there's about 70 of us on the program, and we have a Lend a Hand initiative, which was set up in 2011 after the earthquakes, and so this is where we've chosen a particular charity every year to help and raise awareness and raise funds for, and so we have an event each year, and this year it's we chose the Bridie Lauder Charitable Trust, and they actually approached us after they'd heard about our previous fundraising success over the past few years. And Anna Lauder, who was she's the founder of the charity, and she basically came in and told us all about why she set up the charity, which is in honour of her little daughter Bridie, who suffered from epilepsy, and she had to undergo over 50 surgeries before she was 4 years old, and then she passed away. And so they've set up this trust to help families with children that suffer from neurological disorders and things. So.
Yeah. Nicole, it must be so rewarding. I mean, that's a beautiful story, and wonderful there's actually this charity now, but well, it must be quite flattering to have someone actually approach you then.
Oh yeah, definitely. And such a incredible charity too. It's great that the program has got to this point where obviously, we have fundraised a lot in the past, and I think over the last 3 years we've fundraised over $70,000. So I think it's great that charities do hear about what we're doing and what we really want to continue doing in the community. Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. Brigitte, tell us about the nitty-gritty, the details of the event. It's this Sunday.
It's this Sunday. It's out at McLean's Island Vintage Car Club. It's from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m, but that doesn't mean you have to be there from 10 till 4. Tee off any time, really. We've got plenty of fun activities, beverages, food, entertainment around the course as well. You can buy the tickets at dashtickets.co.nz, or you can buy them in person at the Lincoln University Rec Centre.
What kind of entertainment are we going to find there, Katie? I know Lincoln University is quite synonymous with some events. Is it family friendly?
It's actually R18. We've got.
That's what I thought. Yeah, we better make that clear.
There's we've got a whole lot of challenges sort of around the course, because the idea is we want people to have fun on the course, but we sort of want to slow them down around it as well. And so we've got some of the things we've got. I think we've got a gumboot throw and some little challenges like if you can bang the nail in with a hammer in one go, and we've got a heap of spot prizes for all these challenges and.
The Edge are going to be there from 10 till 4.
The Edge will be there?
Yeah.
Cool.
From 12 till 4.
Yeah. Excellent. And Facebook, you're all over it.
Yes.
So if you want to find information, we can go there, can't we? So do we just go facebook.com, Lend a Hand? Would that be...?
You definitely. So we've got a Lend a Hand page, and then from the Lend a Hand page we've got a Gumboot Golf event. So you can also search Birdies for Bridie Gumboot Golf on Facebook and you'll find us.
Yeah, cool.
Or even just search Lincoln University, and it's all linked in through their Facebook page as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for joining me today. I think our future's looking pretty crash hot if this is the calibre that's coming in of Lincoln and giving up your time from your studies and that to give back to the community. So well done. You should be very proud of yourselves. Great.
Thank you very much.
So remember, dash tickets for this Sunday, and it is R18. Of course it is. Well, coming up on tomorrow's show, we are joined by the Chinese Consulate General. Very cool. And we're finding out about self-sustainability, about a very interesting trip to Samoa. But now we have a bit of a Kiwi flavour, and we have a music video. It is Titanium. Thank you very much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and we'll do it all again. Catch you later.
Yeah, I can be bold and tell you how I've been thinking about you. Ooh, wouldn't let my friends talk me out of doing something stupid for you. Yeah, yo. Like, tell you how I miss miss ya, really wanna kiss ya, sing a silly love song, baby, I do. And tell you how you make me wanna get crazy, take you everywhere, oh baby, I do. About if I don't try right now, then how will I ever know I gotta let go? Just let go. Just say how you miss me, really wanna kiss me, sing a silly love song, baby, I do. And tell how I make you wanna get crazy, take me everywhere with you, girl, I do. Yeah, I could be bold and tell you how I've been thinking about you.